On this episode of the Layover Live, Shanda stops by to talk Twitter. Hey, I'm real excited to talk about these algorithm changes today.
Yeah? Who told you about them?
Little birdie. Hello everyone and welcome to episode 64 of the Layover Live, where we bring you the top article from the Layover each week. I'm Jason Swick, VP of Digital Marketing, joined by Shanda Maloney, who's our in-house social media expert, so welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
I'm happy to have you here. We're here to talk a little bit of Twitter today, which is good. On the Layover, we haven't really given a whole lot of love to Twitter, so I'm super excited to talk about this and this article that comes out of Hootsuite, which is talking about how the algorithm works and then what you could do to make it work for you and your particular brand. And it's really important, I think, we pay attention to this. I know I use Twitter a lot. Shanda, I know you do as well. We use it a lot for our digital marketing news and all that good stuff, and it's really important, especially as there's 500 million tweets that are sent out at any given time. We see 6,000 that are coming in every minute on Twitter, so there's a lot of stuff happening there. So let's talk maybe a little bit about DMOs and what are some ways that they can utilize Twitter to increase engagement.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think one of the first things they can do is, every DMO is promoting a hashtag. They're encouraging their visitors or the locals to use a particular hashtag, but I've actually noticed that not a lot of people are actually responding or engaging in the conversation.
Which
so
is
let's
important.
start there. You've got people that you're encouraging to use your hashtag, and so jump into that conversation. And that conversation should really be more than just like nice shot, nice photo. Like have a banter with them. Social media is supposed to be a two-way conversation.
Yeah, and make it conversational,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
So you're not talking
Absolutely.
at them. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. And we think about engagement too. Engagement typically per post is pretty low anyway. So with people who are engaging with your content, making sure it counts. And a lot of that then has to do with the algorithm and how the algorithm works, which I want to talk about that now a little bit, because Twitter's made several updates to their algorithm, which include chronological timeline updates. We talk about it also servicing top tweets to the top of your feed. So how can DMOs really break through all that noise that's out there in social, which is something we're always concerned with across any platform we're working with,
Absolutely.
but especially across Twitter. How can we get through that social noise to their recommended, or to be rather recommended by their followers?
Sure. The real trick here is that you want to start to build an audience that is going to be engaged with your tweets. So the more people that you can get to banter with you, your tweets are going to be surfaced into their timeline as recommended tweets, or in case you missed this from this brand.
Yeah.
And then potentially could also be surfaced to that person's followers as a recommended account as well, depending on how much you're engaging with that account. And so the trick really is, make sure that your tweets are, like you said, not talking at people, but actually inviting them into the conversation. Maybe ask open-ended questions, put in polls, ask people to respond with a GIF, like, hey, it's Friday, where are you traveling to this weekend? Respond with a GIF, something like that. Just kind of mix things up and thinking about the copy of the post to make it so that you're not just talking at people, but you're bringing people into that conversation.
That's a really good point to make, and it kind of you make some good recommendations there. So let's talk about some other tips then. What are some tips that are some quick tips we can give destination marketers, just marketers in general out there, ways to maximize some of their efforts on Twitter when they're using it?
Definitely. First of all, look at your analytics.
Yep.
It is free. It is in Twitter. Go to your analytics section. Look to see what's working and what is not working, and immediately stop doing the things that are not working. Let's start there. Look to see what your most popular tweets are, and you can recycle them, repackage them. You don't have to write the exact same copy, but find a way to repackage that and send that out again. A lot of people think that the shelf life is really like 24 minutes after the tweet goes out.
Wow.
But find a way to resurface that again if that got really good engagement. You can also, there's a lot of Twitter chats that happen on a daily or weekly basis, and so you can really start leveraging some Twitter influencers in the social space. Get them to possibly even do a takeover on your account, have their followers follow your brand account if they're going to come do like a full weekend stay in your location. I mean, there's some fun things that we could definitely do.
That's really good advice and really good tips. And even in the article itself too, it also gives a pretty good checklist of ways to increase engagement as well. One thing lastly I want to talk about too is, as DMOs, we talk about this often, they're wearing many hats, they're very, very busy. So the time they have to work on social media and engage their audience is really important. So how do we make best use of that time? How do we get them more active to really drive that engagement?
I think a lot of times people are probably scheduling their tweets, which is fine. The scheduling tools are out there, but I would try to make an effort to know approximately like when you're going to be pushing your tweets out and start engaging with people right around the time that those get pushed out.
That's good advice.
The algorithm obviously plays into favor with things that get engagement right as that tweet goes out, or any other social platform really. So be mindful of that. Definitely, take a couple minutes a week, a day, just to kind of banter with people and share that content out again through Twitter.
Yeah, it's a great way to make the best use of your time. So Shanda, thanks for stopping by. Definitely. Again, I think Twitter's a great place, whether it's increasing engagement with your audience, using it for paid media. I think it's a really, really great resource that we don't talk about too often, but it's something to think about, especially as destination marketers. So thanks, folks, for tuning in each and every week. Again, if you're not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe so you can stay in tune with what we're doing. We'll see you next time, and have a great day.